Hi everyone, this is Michael, and today I have a very fun topic to discuss with you. I want to create a tier list of assets that me and my team have found throughout our game development careers. I want to grade this list from tier D to tier S, meaning D being the least helpful and S being the most helpful. I've decided to only include the assets that me and my team have used recently, because who knows, maybe assets that we haven't used recently have been updated and became much better. So without further ado, let's see what the tier list is gonna look like. For the first item on the list, we're gonna grab EasySave. I think I'm gonna give it a grade of something between A and B. I want to put probably B. This item is very helpful in terms of you saving the data locally. The integration could have been better, and sometimes when you try and build your game, you will catch a lot of errors with relationship to that plugin. We also recently had a problem with my team where we basically published the game to the store, we wanted to create an update, and then we could not locally save the data. So everybody, all the testers who were using this plugin, their data just disappeared. Imagine if you're launching a big scale game, you just want to launch an update and then there is no saves that are being done. This would be crucial. So for EasySave, I'm gonna grade it as B. It's still helpful, but it definitely could have been better. The next item on the list that I have is Epictune effects. I'm actually gonna give it a grade of A. So this item, it contains a lot of visual effects built with particle system and Unity, which you can use. They have a lot of visual effects in there that can fit pretty much in any game. If it doesn't fit your specific style, it is very easy to just change certain things, adjust certain numbers, and it will just fit your game perfectly. So this is a very good start for visual effects in your game. And then you're just gonna tweak them and do some minor work around that asset in order to create what fits perfectly for your specific game. So next item on the list, we have fingers. I'm actually gonna give it a grade of C. So why I decided to do that? Right now Unity have developed their own input system, which is very good. I think it's much easier to use Unity's current input system for the mobile game development rather than using Fingers plugin. And I think it's just hard to maintain this level of cleanness and control with that specific plugin, while Unity have their own solution, which is gonna start scaling drastically. So we have used this plugin before for various games. However, now with the new input system, I don't see the need in that plugin anymore. So we transitioned into the new input system pretty much fully. Yeah, so this plugin, Fingers, get a grade of C. The next item on the list is Casual GUI. I am going to rate this plugin as A as well. This can be a super helpful plugin and a time saver for any of your games. It can serve you as a very good base for your UI and your visual components in your games. Again, depending on your art style and your game needs, you might need to tweak certain things, change certain sprites, adjust some stuff. But just as layers and screens and different UI components, this is pretty much a complete UI for your game that you can use and reuse for your other projects. So Casual is gonna receive the grade of A. Next item on the list, Meshbaker. I'm actually gonna give it a B. So Meshbaker is really nice. I like it. However, I think there is a lot more optimization that can be done from their side in order to help you with your game. This plugin, when you implement it and you kind of bake everything in your scene, it can save probably up to 15. It kind of like optimizes your game 15-20%, I would say. But I think that they should have done even a better job in terms of optimizing those meshes for you. Next item on the list, we have Nice Vibrations by Corgi Engine. I will actually put any plugin that is developed by Corgi into S category. The code is super clean, it's very easy to use, the documentation is there, the tutorials are there, and the support is just flawless. Whenever you have a question or a problem, just don't hesitate to contact the developer and he'll be more than happy to help you. For the next item on the list, we have Odin, and I'm gonna give it a grade of S. I think this is really helpful. It just gives you another look in terms of the editor component. It just makes everything more clean and efficient. It just helps you with just having a better flow for developing games. I think everybody should, benefit from using Odin. It's a really great asset and a great tool. Give it a shot, definitely. Gonna give it a grade of an S. A-star Pathfinding project. I'm actually gonna give it a grade of B. This project is super expensive. This asset is super expensive, rather. It's like $100. You should always wait for the discounts in order to get something like this. I think the algorithm is good, but I think like for the most part it's just a lot of stuff put together. If you have a specific use case in mind for your game, it will be just easier to find whatever fits this specific use case rather than just putting everything in one place and working with that. I'm gonna give it a grade of B for the A-star Pathfinding project. Next item on the list, we have Photon. So I'm gonna give it a grade of S. Non-pro version is free and then they charge you, but basically anything multiplayer, this is a great ally that can help you develop your multiplayer game needs. It's very clean, they have a lot of tutorials, they have a community, and it's just very efficient. It's been used by many game devs before, and I actually like Photon a lot, so this project gonna get grade of S from me and my team. Next in line, we have Playmaker. I'm actually gonna give it a grade of B. I am a big proponent of non-visual scripting. Me and my team, we had very high hopes when we were getting that plugin. We thought that our people who are not directly related to code will be able to help us out with developing our games as designers and artists, but in reality you kind of still need to, understand code, in my opinion, in order to operate with that plugin fully, and on top of it, it just adds a layer of complexity. That's what I think, so I'm gonna give it a grade of B. Next item on the list that we have is Polygon. I'm actually gonna give it a grade of S. Anything that is related to Polygon and Cinti Studios asset is definitely great. They're doing a very good job. Now that I'm thinking, actually, you know what? I'm gonna move it to A, and I'll explain to you why. So they're doing a fantastic job in terms of how beautiful their assets are, how they're developing certain things, how it visually looks, and the amount that you're getting for the money that you pay. However, the optimization, especially for mobile games, is very poor. So they have various castles and some other assets. If you just put one of those things into your game, it will just freeze your game, basically, because it's not properly optimized. But that is why Polygon will actually get a grade of A. Next in line, we have Rayfire. So this asset is great when you're working with destruction and just destructibles. It can help you kind of, split the meshes and things like that, create destructible effects and just different things. I think it's very well programmed. I think it's pretty clear. It have very good documentation. I'm actually gonna give it grade of A. I'm not gonna give it grade of S because I think this is very project specific. Only certain projects will benefit from having that. Next in line we have SO architecture. I'm actually gonna give it a grade of C. We tried to use it for our scriptable object architecture. I think it's just a waste of time, honestly. Just, use standard Unity practices and you'll just end up better off. I'm gonna give it grade of C because I don't think there is much of a need in it right now. Next, we have Topdown Engine, and I'm gonna give it a grade of S. Again, as I said, anything that is developed by what is it? Top Mountains, I think, is the name of the developer. Corgi Engine, Topdown Engine, nice vibrations, same developer. Really, really clean. Have a lot of useful demos. Really easy to kind of tweak and turn into your own style of games. So definitely highly recommend that. Next we have DoTwin. I'm gonna give it a grade of S as well. This is a very helpful asset for your transitions, for smoothing, for certain operations. This is just a superior thing. Give it a shot if you have some objects that are moving in your game, or you have certain animations that you want to smooth out. It's definitely a helpful asset. Last but not least, we have Universal Device Preview. I'm gonna give it a grade of B. Yeah, I mean, it's just really helpful, especially when you're developing for mobile. It just gives you, an ability to take various screenshots onto many devices, basically. It just scales those screenshots into proper scaling metrics. Oh, this can save you a lot of time. I think it's a good asset for the price. So I'm gonna give it a grade of B. I hope you guys enjoyed our list, and I hope you can find it helpful. Definitely give those assets a try. Just read some documentation by those assets, and maybe it will save you a lot of your development time and will just help you with developing your dream project and your game. Definitely give it a shot and see if that helps. Also, let me know in the comments if I missed any assets you think are worthy of me trying. I'm excited to try assets that will save me and my team some time as well. So please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much.